Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Maybe some of you were expecting this video to be the first episode of Router 102. And firstly, if that's the case, I do apologise because it's not, but stay tuned because I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I am in the process. I've got one router there, one router in the box. I've planned at least 6 episodes, so I want to make it really good, really beneficial. So if you've got any ideas, things that you'd like to see in it, then leave a comment, because I do read comments, I do reply to the comments. I just want to kind of set the scene first. I've been given these 2 woodworking clamps. They're currently, as of today, the only woodworking clamps of this brand in the UK, and I've got them both. They're locked in a vault. I haven't put them through their paces yet, purely because I only got them yesterday evening. And I'm going to try and break them. That's what I want to do. I'm going to put them up against what I see to be their, try and like for like it to make it fair. And if they hold up and it works well, I mean, I'll release, it's probably about a week, and I'll let it all go and let you know what's going on, obviously. But until then, I want to keep it under a hat, because, well, to be perfectly honest, they might not meet my expectations. It'd be a big letdown, and I'm fairly confident. But if they don't, then there's no point kind of bigging it all up to be you've got further to fall. Then I guess let me draw some half decent conclusions with some valid kind of playing around with them before I let you know what's going on. Which will probably be about a week. But along those lines, I thought it would be kind of amusing to actually break something. I don't know what it's going to be yet. What I've got set up here is 2 of your kind of stereotypical sort of quick grip, quick clamp, lever, pistol grip kind of clamps. You've probably seen this one in my videos. I won't say the name, but this is a clamp that's in my workshop. It's been in my workshop for some time, and this other clamp, which has been given to me, is an existing clamp that's on the market. It's a quick Piher, and this is the first time really I've put it under any pressure. So what I'm going to do is to find out, purely out of interest really, they're going to fight, and I'm sure there's far more scientific and number-based tests that can be carried out on these companies to give you how much pressure clamps can put under. But if you're like me, I've broken clamps in the past with bits of wood, and let's just break something because it's fun. Let me bring the camera in, you can see what's going on inside, and then I'll put them back together and see if we can trash one. Assuming my girly grip is good enough to neither of them might break, and that'd be awesome, because I'll then have 2 clamps I can use rather than just one or even none. So let me move the camera in and break stuff. Here's the two clamps. This is one that I've had probably now for at least 4, maybe 5 years even. I don't know, I forget. The mechanism here works. I think this is pretty standard, to be honest. There's obviously the spring to bring the lever back to where it was, and there's square holes in here which are slightly oversized to the bar, and the idea is they twist and lock and then travel back, and that moves the bar one way or the other. This particular version actually works in the opposite way as well, so when you use the sort of release lever, it will actually move the bar the other way, so this spring holds it locked. A lot of them, you push the button, it just releases the tension, and then if you hold it down it will slide. The other one, fairly standard, it works in exactly the same way. The lever moves the bar out, that locks these things to the bar, which then moves it, and then when it's under pressure you push the lever in, which unlocks this bar. But that's it, that's all it does, it just unlocks it, so then it's free to slide. I think that's fairly standard kind of, I won't say design, but principle of how these sort of clamps work. Right, I actually don't think either of these are going to break, but we'll see. And the reason I don't think either of them will break is because I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough pressure on either of these or both of these to physically be able to press it. The other option would be to use a clamp on these to try and force these in. But hopefully something will break. Hopefully it won't be too spectacular. As a disclaimer to anybody out there, don't try this at home. This might be a really bad idea, because I think common sense should dictate that trying to destroy something under pressure, which potentially could end in moving projectiles inside a glass structure, probably not the wisest. I will put some glasses on though if I can find them. Here they are. Right, let's see what happens. Right. That was 3. That's good. No, it's fighting back. It doesn't appear to be moving that one. It just appears to be flexing these arms out. Oh, I can't get anything on that. The handle's moving. This handle's flexing in. I can squeeze the handles together, but it doesn't appear to be moving. Oh. Ah. I can't. I really wanted to break something. I'm a bit disappointed now. It's kind of gutting. I don't know. This may well. Has that moved? Has that arced at all? Is there any deflection in the bar? Yes, there is. Let me get a piece of paper. So yeah, you see, there's definitely deflection there. Where this bar has arced. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can release these without them exploding. There we go. See, the force on that is quite a lot. Now, what I'm going to do now is this straightened out. I think it has. Up there. Can't get. Paper won't go through. What I'll do now is I think I'll swap these around the other way and see if this one will bend this bar. Looking at the bar. Can you see that? Can you see that? If you can see that one. This one's slightly larger dimension, and it hasn't got this cove in it. So it is actually a fairly, well, it's a solid steel square. So what it is, I'll swap these around the other way, because this one probably had a bit of a disadvantage maybe, because it was spanning over. So we'll see if we can get. See, also this one's not brand new either. This one's been kicking around a bit. It's been used. It's quite mucky. Deliberately didn't have a brand new one, because that probably wouldn't have been fair against one that's 5. Gutted. That's the frustration of not having the right size clamps. I suspect that won't punch out of there. Leave it with me. I've put that under a little bit of tension, not massively. It's moving it back in, but it's coming back to the same point. I'm going to put that just along where it's up to in line. There we go. Put that down there a second. Now, can you get off that start line? No, you're just going straight back again. Not enough purchase, just I think it's either slipping in those bars because I'm putting the handle right in. Oh, can't get it any further than that. That's basically on the same line. Now, can the other guy, oh, it's like tug of war this. Can you push him out any further? But this isn't bending yet. Oh, like it was before. I remember it was bending the the actual handle rather than it moving the mechanism. Let's have a look on this side. And I reckon it's actually pushed it out. Let me get right in there. Oh wow, look at that. Can you see that? That's definitely moved. This has pushed this back. Can you save face and go back to where you were? I don't think you can. Oh. That hurts. Well, both the clamps have held up. That's impressive. I mean, this says it's 150 kilos. I suspect that's probably more than that. I don't know what the kind of rated number is on these. I'll have to look up on the internet, see what the sticker rating is. But this is definitely pushing this back. Is there any deflection on that bar? Oh, there's a hair. I can just see a bit of that white line poking through. But you can't fault that. I'm going to try and get these apart now. I'm going to go, oh dear. Again, quite a bit of movement on that. That's gone back to flat, I hope. But yeah, let's see how far that. Let's see what it did to the. With this arc, I put the edge of this blue tape right up against that there, and you can see the red clamp there has pulled it in probably a mil. Bit disappointed, to be honest. I wanted to break something. Wasn't overly bothered which it was going to be, but I mean that's testament to both brands that they managed to kind of fight it out. Both bars deflected. This bar deflected slightly more, but it was over a bigger distance, I think. So, yeah. This one was definitely pushed back in its clamping. I don't know. I'm disappointed I couldn't break anything. I mean, I use these clamps a lot, and I do like them. So I'm not trying to belittle the product or the brand at all. So you know, if you're sitting out there and you know which company this is, and you're from that company, then you know, I'm not trying to belittle the brand at all, or big up the other one, or vice versa. At the end of the day, they both survived. I'll leave it for you. Leave a comment down below. Who won? Who lost? Was it, you know, win, lose, draw, whatever? I'd be interested to see your thoughts. And you know, I said many more scientific methods of doing this, but without trying to get scientific and actually, you know, kind of real world almost. It's a clamp, it goes under pressure, we're going to put it under a load. We don't want it to slip, we don't want it to break. I can live with a bit of deflection in this bar as long as it springs back, which they both appear to have done. I can't see any sort of lasting ill effects to it. I mean, keep doing it. That metal is likely to work harden and then become more brittle and I guess eventually fracture. But I think you'd have to work them a lot like that, a lot, to get them to you know, to get to the point where they reach their yield point and go. But yeah, hopefully you liked it. I'll edit out all the waffly bits. We'll see you on Friday. Oh, I want to break something.